So, when I was a kid, I would have experiences that were peculiar. I would be sleeping in my bed. I lived in Washington, D.C., in a row house. That's called a townhouse. And these houses were very, very old. I believe they were built in the 1800s or early 1900s. And when I was a kid, I would be sleeping in my bed and I would wake up already awake and talking to people around my bed. Now, that was not an experience that scared me. I don't really know how to describe what was happening. I guess the best way, I think, is lucid dreaming. I'm not sure. But my body, like my eyes would be open, I would be talking, but I wouldn't be conscious until I came to consciousness. And then I'd wake up and everybody would disappear. And I would just go right back to sleep. And I thought, oh, that's strange, but it never scared me. And these people seem to be dressed in very old clothes. Until when I got older and thought about it more, I said, oh wow, that was probably not normal, you know. But again, it never scared me. Now, let's move on to what happened in this French village. I moved into this house after living in the south of France, and it was kind of a last-minute opportunity that came up. It's a house that was owned by my boyfriend's parents at the time. They sold it since then. And we needed a place to live because we were moving back into the region where he was, or around the village where he grew up. And this house became available. We lived there for a total of, I would say, 2 years. And the first year, I had no problem. So the way it was a village house right next to the road. And you know what, I will insert a photo experience, just like the one that I had when I was a kid, where I woke up talking to someone. It was like a man on the side of my bed talking to me about his life or something like this. And I woke up awake, and then I went back to sleep. And I thought, oh my god, that hasn't happened to me since I was 8 years old, 9 years old, since I was a kid. And it hasn't happened to me since. And I said, oh my god, I can't believe I've had that experience. It really brought me back to my childhood. And after that dream, or whatever that was, it scared me because, in short, things started to move. My first experience, and this only happened on the very upstairs level. It didn't happen on any other level. So, I think the first experience, yes, was I was upstairs getting ready to leave for the day to go somewhere, maybe to work. And the bathroom door is open, and you see the toilet, you see the toilet paper, you can see the bathtub and everything, and there's like nothing in there, and I'm walking, and I just turn my head and I look into the bathroom, and the toilet paper is hanging in the air, like not moving. It's like somebody pulled the roll out and just held it up in the air, and there was no wind. It wasn't going up and down, it was still. And I looked, and there were no windows open. There was no air coming from anywhere. And I just turned back, and I walked downstairs to get out of the house. In the moment, I didn't feel a strong sense of panic, like, oh my god, let me run. I just said, okay, that's not normal. And I left my house, and I honestly, I could not believe what I had just seen. I didn't know how to process it, but I didn't want to think about it too much. Like, no, that can't be real. You know? And, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. And then after that, it was fine for a few days, or for a couple of weeks. And I told my boyfriend about it, and he was like, no, there has to be an explanation. And he went into some other room to see, okay, maybe there's a window open. And I said, there is no explanation. Okay, I just got some toilet paper so that I can really show you what I was talking about. So basically, I had a roll of toilet paper like this on like a toilet paper stand, and you just have to pull it out like this. So basically, it looked like it was hanging on the toilet paper rack, and the paper was up in the air like this. You know, like not moving, like someone was holding it, and it was long. And, yeah, that freaked me out. So that was the first experience, and there was no explanation. And so I leave it alone. I'm a little cautious, but I still stay up there. I still sleep up there, you know. And I thought, okay, maybe I just, whatever, let me leave it alone. And then the next experience, again, I was up there doing my own thing, getting ready, and I had like this wooden trash, and the cover was on the trash, and I hear the cover fall off. The bathroom door is closed at this point, because I'm a little freaked out about what's happening sound, like someone picked something up and threw it down on the table. And I look over, and the only thing that I see moving is my brush shaking on the table. That's the only thing that's moving. And it was literally like someone had picked up the brush and dropped it down. I remember I called my boyfriend upstairs. I was like, come up here now, be with me please. And that was our last night sleeping in that room. And I was so shocked because I'm like, I've been here for a year and nothing has happened, and like now this happens after I had that strange dream-like experience. And I had him help me move everything downstairs, and we slept in the lower bedroom, and that was like the end of it. Like, it literally only happened on that top level, so I always kept that door shut, and I never went back up there. I never slept up there, never did anything up there, just to clean things out while we were moving. And I never had any other strange experiences, but I remember it left me feeling so shaken. I remember coming home by myself for the first night, and I didn't want to go in my home. I was standing in the kitchen, I left the door open, I had all the lights on, and I was so scared, and I never felt that in my life. And I remember I was talking to the ladies at the factory, and I was telling them my experience, and one of them was just like in shock, like, oh my gosh, and another lady was like, there has to be some scientific explanation, you know, like how when the energy lines or something like crosses, if your house is based upon where, oh my god, I'm so hungry, sorry about that, I'm fasting, where the energetic lines cross, maybe that can be an explanation. Or if a truck passes by outside, you know, it can rattle your windows, and I'm like, yeah, sure, it can rattle my windows, but not like pick up my brush and throw it down, or like affect my paper being, you know, hanging in the air, you know. And yeah, I kept telling my boyfriend, I was like, nothing has ever happened to you, like, do you even believe me? Because he's a very person, like, he doesn't believe really in like paranormal stuff, or like there's has to be an explanation for everything, and he was like, nothing's ever happened to me. I mean, if you tell me that, then I believe you, but I don't know, like, he really didn't know like what to say or do. I think it even freaked me out more that it was just happening to me. Like, if I had someone else witness that with me,